This is about making sure that we have a legato right hand in Mary Had a Little Lamb. So we want to make sure that we don't have an odd lift in the middle of the phrase, but instead that whole phrase is played legato. The thing that makes that hard to do is that the left hand does have to lift. So when we get to that D, the left hand has to lift here to play its next C chord. And so what happens is that the right hand wants to lift too. They want to move together. So we get, and we wind up with that kind of breath or gap in the phrase. So the way we're gonna try to learn how to keep that right hand legato is by putting a stop sign. So stop sign on that D. I'm gonna lift my left hand and hold that D down. And then I'm gonna play the C chord again and connect to the E. That can be really hard to do. It can take a few times to make that easy. I'm gonna do the whole thing again. Lift, connect. And after you practice it that way for a few times with the stop sign, you may be able to get rid of the stop sign. You're just gonna lift that left hand quicker so that we don't need to pause in the time. I'm gonna do that one more time. So that happens both times that we have that phrase in the song, and then that same thing with the legato connection happens again at the end of the song. So this is during this phrase. And the place where we're likely to get a lift is right before that very last note. So we're starting with our G chord here. We land on that D. The left hand has to lift to come back to that C chord. And we want to make sure that the right hand doesn't lift there too, so we don't get, which again makes a weird sort of pause or breath in the music. So we're going to practice that the same way with a stop sign. Stop sign, lift left, connect. And we can do that as many times as we need with the stop sign until it starts to feel easy and we can do that without disturbing the time.